I want to create in this film a sort of experience that I want for myself in the cinema, which is to be able to go right into the story and to lose myself for, you know, the 2 hours that you're sitting there with, and to feel like I've actually been on a journey, and that the journey is something that I've felt emotionally and atmospherically, and that I'll be able to remember, and that there's also opportunity to have learned something from it. I don't know if I've done that, but it would be great if I had.
I think the most challenging thing about producing the film was to be able to truly retain Jane's vision. I mean, she's a special filmmaker. She has an absolutely idiosyncratic way of telling a story, and it was essential that she be given the conditions, the support, the people around her who would enable her to do that.
I wanted to create a woman's character that was utterly mysterious to me. I'm very attracted to people that create air of mystique about themselves and sort of impenetrable, and you can't understand their behaviour, and very willful, and don't seem to care about other people's opinions. I find these characters immensely attractive.
The voice you hear is not my speaking voice, but my mind's voice. I have not spoken since I was 6 years old. No one knows why. Not even me.
One of the ways into Ada that I chose early on was putting on the corset and having it laced up nice and tight, and putting on the hoop skirt, and the complexity of the costume. I wanted to see where that would take me, and I thought that was a very useful external tool, was just to kind of give in to the costumes and the challenge of walking and finding how a 19th century woman in general would move, and how Ada in particular might move with those constrictions.
What I love about the way that Holly plays Ada is that you have a sense that she's almost childlike in her relationship to her feelings, that they're very pure, they're very real for her, and they are covered up by a kind of caution in this new world.
Undo your dress. Play.
As the love scenes continue, we get to know what she's really feeling. She uncovers the things that are hiding her true emotions.
I did fall in love really deeply with a few of the pieces that I play in the movie, which made it all the easier to emotionally commit to, you know, how Ada played the piano. The piano was quite interesting to see how it would progress with me personally, you know, that I'd be able to overcome the challenge of playing in front of people. And, I mean, God, you know, that was really not as difficult as I imagined it would be. I mean, you're with this crew day in and day out, and I could bang on the piano while they're setting up, and I got used to it all on my own. And it was a great group of people. They would never judge me on how well or poorly I played the piano, so I felt very safe.
The piano has come to mean so many different things now. I mean, the piano is Ada, for one thing, and the fact that Ada didn't speak, which was a decision that I made because I wanted the piano to be so much more passionately important to her. And so the piano also became her voice. It also, in some way, I think, can be seen as a metaphor for civilization, in the sense that the piano is a very intricate instrument. And at the same time, what's curious about it is that its language is very universal, and it speaks to the emotions.
Lovely.
Ada has a specific challenge, just technically, in that the sign language and the piano playing were two things that I had to look like I'd been doing all of my life. The sign language, which was utterly new to me, I developed with a sign language teacher based on the Scottish alphabet, and then from there we branched off and made up all of our own signs that would be particular only to Ada and Flora, which would be known as kind of a home sign language rather than Scottish Sign Language.
She says no. She says she'd rather be boiled alive by natives than get back in your stinking tub.
You be damn fortunate I don't smack your puppy gob, young missy. Damn lucky.
When I was thinking about the character Flora, who's Ada's daughter, I felt that it would be really lovely to have like a miniature Ada, and to have this kind of conspiracy of femininity between the two of them. And so I was looking for a little girl who looked or could look like Holly, and also just had a sort of great spirit to her, and I didn't know what I was going to really find.
Bloody bugger her! Let her fall face down! Boil her bloody mad! Let her spit the mad dog! Bite her till she bleeds!
Where's your mother? Where's she gone?
To hell!
This film explores the both the desperate and the wonderful things that happen between men and women in a way that's not often done in films. And these things make for moments of sublime ecstasy and moments of the most terrible fear and terror.
Sam's character, Stuart, could be very conventionally seen as a villain, and I wanted somebody who had a lot of charm and attractiveness about him. And I don't like that sort of very obvious idea of villain at all. It's boring to me. I feel we've all got abilities to be quite cruel in our lives and also to be kind, and I think Stuart's main problem is his ignorance and his pomposity.